Hey guys, welcome back to LS Vintage Design. How are you doing today? I'm excited you're here. We have a great video for you today. We're going to talk about some ideas for all the mismatched, maybe single, maybe not in the best shape, vintage textiles out there. So come on in and we'll get started. And we're actually not going to go anywhere. We're going to sit right here. So what if you find vintage curtains and maybe they're messed up? Say they're long curtains and they're messed up at the bottom. What can you do? You can cut them off. So say the bottom of your curtains messed up, you can cut them off and make cafe curtains or valances. That's one thing. If you have a vintage sheet, you could make tie backs for your curtains, which would look really good. If you also have, you can also make tablecloths out of vintage comforters, vintage sheets, vintage curtains. You can take vintage clothes and cut pieces and make your own vintage quilt. You can use curtains that way. So there's a lot of options. Some fun things to do, of course, or like I said, make tablecloths, make placemats. You could even make yourself a vintage wrap skirt from a vintage sheet or a vintage comforter or spread. There are so many options. From a vintage valance like this, you can make a really cute little top. You can make pillow covers. You can make a placemat. You could make a set of 4 placemats from a vintage cafe curtain. This is a cafe curtain. A vintage cafe curtain this size. You could make trim. You could cut it and use it to trim out modern day sheets, to trim out modern day kitchen towels, hot pot holders, anything decorative. You could use fabric strips to create. You could create art, cut out some and frame it. You could create earrings by using resin. You could use vintage textiles, whether it's curtains, old sheets, old clothes. They don't have to be used for what they were meant for. Say you find a beautiful top that has beautiful lace, but the top is not good anymore. You could cut off all the beautiful lace, use that as trim on towels, use that if you craft with. If you're a crafter, you could craft with it. So you have to look at vintage textiles not basically for what they were meant to be. Especially if say you're out and you want a pair of cute little cafe curtains like this for your kitchen window, but you only find one. It doesn't have its mate. Well, mine, I have both. But say you find only one, but you still love the curtain. Definitely get it. Make a pillow cover out of it. Make a placemat out of it. Use your imagination. Make art. Use your imagination. Don't blow off anything textile vintage, whether it's clothes, bedding, towels, curtains, whatever, because it can all be washed and it can all be cut up, sewn together, repurposed into something different. Like I said, I have seen people take really vintage sheets that were ripping because the elastic was rotten and use those to trim out a whole set of towels. I'm talking 2 large bath towels. Trim on those, trim on the hand towels, trim on the washcloths. They also use that same sheet set to make tie backs for their bathroom curtains and to trim their bathroom curtains. So you really are only limited by what you don't think of. So guys, I am busy listing as fast as I can. The A-Team sold, which means that free A-Team comic is gone, but I do still have the Evel Knievels with the free Evel Knievel comic book that goes with those. I'm trying to get everything listed. It's not listed yet, believe me. That's probably going to be a Wednesday 7:10 thing, 7:11, 7:11, 7:10, 7:10 thing. But anyway, I hope you like this idea for vintage textiles. Remember, everything can be cut up, stitched together, and you could make your own vintage quilt. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button with that little bell and click all, because I don't know what the algorithm's doing, but I get a feeling nobody's seeing the videos. So I'd love for you to subscribe today. Also, leave me a comment down below. Have you ever created something with a vintage textile? Let me know. Thanks, and Sam says he's sorry for barking. Bye, guys.